I was stoned for about 80% of it, so I didn't take notes.
You were
So stoned.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There was a step before you turned to stone.
How about we just go down the list? Paul, go first.
All right. So after talking with Grills the bear, or the bear man, or druid, more particular.
Druid is probably
more apt, probably, and his band of wandering folk there, we headed off on a mission to the temple to find relics and perhaps find a way to bring back our dead cat friend as well. On the way there, we got thrown off our path when we heard some screaming through the trees, or for help through the trees, and met up with a Medusa. And I'll leave it there for somebody else to pick up the rest. Unless nobody else wrote notes, in which case I'll continue.
Let's see.
I have notes.
That would be Homer.
Okay, the Medusa was pinned with by a stone statue of a man with a spear, and she was dying. But the rest of the party, not Egg stayed on the outside, went in and tried to help her. They broke off the arm of the statue and the spear, removed the spear from her, healed her, and then made a deal with her where they would retrieve her mirror that had been stolen from her by the compatriots of the stoned dude. So we agreed, as the group agreed to that deal, and then we went to we followed the footprints of them, and there was wreckage of a construct. We found a girl we saw from a distance holding something we assumed was the mirror, and we approached her sort of aggressively, but then stopped halfway after attacking her, talked to her. She was happy to see that we were relic hunters, and they thought that we were going to help her kill the Medusa. But then the rest of the group, without Egg, talked it over and decided no, they would keep their deal with the Medusa. And then that turned into then taking the girl with us to go talk to the Medusa. And when they got there, she freaked out and stuff happened. Also, she had a construct that could fly, protecting her.
You could have totally been part of that conversation. You chose not to be.
Yeah, no. I did choose not to be, but I was not part of it.
Lizard.
Well, once she freaked out, we had to fight her, and we mostly killed her. And we successfully pissed off while fighting the construct, we pissed off the Medusa. Then gave the Medusa her mirror, / she very, very persuasively took it. And we ended up destroying the construct. Medusa said we were flag marked for death among her kind. Then we found out that the girl was still alive but paralyzed. Had a whole debacle with that. Ended up having to kill the girl. While our good friend was stoned.
Okay.
So we successfully made the whatever potion, I guess is the right word, the balm to heal our stone friend. But that didn't happen for a while. We fought some wargs, and then made it to the temple.
Okay. Rumble, do you have anything to add?
She was paralyzed because someone punched her in the fucking throat.
Okay. Is that it?
Well, after I broke free from stone, it was a leisurely walk back to the temple for me,
Mm-hmm.
passing over some corpses,
Mm-hmm.
and then we regrouped at the temple and had to solve a puzzle outside, which I was given a hint for that meant nothing to me. But thankfully, someone in the group knew what to do, and we got into the temple.
Yeah, well done, Sprout.
Woo-woo!
Okay.
Which means I
Susanna?
watch too many movies. So the way we solved the riddle of the door is we had to walk backwards through the front doors of the temple. And so now that's where we all are. We are inside the main front doors of the temple. We can see a couple of rooms off to the left and right, but it's pretty dark in there. So we're reunited and it feels so good, and we're ready to take on the next challenge and try to capture a water elemental to make it rain on some sort of area with botanicals that we could use to bring back our dead cats.
Yes.
Broken Chain.
Yeah.
Broken Chain, our dead cat friend.
All right. So, we should be looking at the exterior of the temple right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, without further ado, it seems like the group's goal is to enter the temple and try to capture an elemental. Is that right?
Correct.
It sounds like our goal is more to find a relic of like
Mhm.
power, and then if we can figure it out, we would also like to try to capture an elemental. I don't think
Okay.
that's like the main driving force though right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we do
Well-
have to get a relic for
Well,
Red Shore.
it's not less important, I would say, but I think we're all in the mindset of the reason we're here is to do our original mission as well.
Okay. Which was to get a relic for
For the ward.
Red
Red
Shore. Okay. All right.
Well, our original mission was like for Everdon or Glitterstone. I don't even remember.
That all
We're getting
changed.
a relic for the town or the city.
That all
after
changed
we
when we
lost.
had to
Yeah,
find
we're-
our way back home.
Lost.
Yeah.
We've gotten a little sidetracked, it's true.
Just saying. We have stacks of missions on missions.
Yeah, we have layers
Fat
for sure.
stacks.
Yeah, and then
It's
there's
just
the
a
whole
drop-down
darling
menu, really?
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say? Oh, okay, drop down. Okay. All right. So, let's move into the temple.
Just like Breath of the Wild, where you get the quest to defeat Ganon right at the start. Then
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing.
Then it all goes bad.
So you've entered into the temple. Let me zoom in a little bit so I'm not just looking at ants.
Yeah.
All right. So I have made a couple of visual changes from the last time we played. You guys may have noticed.
Yeah.
I did add the desks below just so that layer is there. There's also a floor texture now because I just think it looks better.
Yeah.
But other than that, this is where we left off. You've got a little bit of light from, I believe, a torch, and then we've got some dark vision users. Who's carrying the torch or using the light?
I lit a torch.
So then what is it, 15 feet or 30 feet?
I don't know.
I think it's 15.
Also, we leveled up.
Yes.
We did.
Did everyone has their stats and stuff already?
You were supposed to do
Everybody
that
should have done
before-
that before the session started.
Um,
Torch. Since nobody else is looking it up.
I am.
Sorry, I am too. I'm looking in the book though.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting you can actually just use the roll 20.
Mhm. Well, it doesn't always work. Like, let's torch.
20-foot dim
20.
light for an additional 20.
Okay, so 20. 20.
Mm.
There we go. Ta-da! I think I might be able to enable dynamic lighting. I pay these people for service.
You have premium?
Dynamic. Yes.
You can, yeah. I think you have to set it up, though, like a texture. It's been a long time since I used it.
Oh, what just happened? Did everything go dark?
Yeah.
Everything went dark.
Well, let's.
It's like I closed my eyes.
Okay. Well, fuck it. I'll just deal with it. I do want to know where the torch is lighting things, though. So.
I think you can just put an aura around him.
That's what
torch.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys not see it?
No, it's probably on your GM layer.
I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay, I don't, but that's fine.
How about this?
Yep, now I do.
Oh.
That's actually dope. That's real cool.
All right. So we have light. Oh, and then you guys all have dark vision. What, 60? Everybody's got dark vision 60.
Yes.
Well, not me.
Well, yeah, not the actual humans.
Right. The gross people.
Yeah.
What?
No, he's right.
He is right.
He's not wrong.
That's correct. That's correct. And then.
This vision aura thing is kind of cool. I like this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. I'm only gonna have the torch be the one that everybody can see. Cause...
Yeah.
All right. So that's annoying for me, but we'll make it work. That's just, you know what, fuck it. Let's just reveal everything within fuck line of sight.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, and that actually goes deeper. There you go.
So these
All
bed
right.
things are on like a second floor awning type
Yes.
of thing you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the old stone flooring is cracked in some places. You can see into each of the wings, or two of the wings in front of you here. And then there should be two pillars ahead of you that are between the columns in the center. And that, yeah, what do you do?
I'm just kind of peering around here.
Can we hear anything?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Make a perception check. You hear the occasional drip. You can hear and feel a slight breeze and draft, almost as if it's being pulled into the crevice in front of you. And then off in the distance, you hear what could be mistaken for like a weird cackle.
With his keen hearing, Egg definitely hears the torch he is holding.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear the crackle of flame?
Yeah. I don't think he hears anything else.
I would probably suggest we speak in low voices while in here.
Agreed.
I'd like to go rifle through some desks.
Okay. I need to know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna
Okay.
hug the wall as I move.
As we're now actually doing things, let me approach this on a one at a time basis. So,
Okay.
all right, Rumble, you're digging through a desk. So the first thing that stands out to you is that there are scorch marks on almost everything. Like almost everything over here has been burned in some fashion. You can like smell the rot of multiple decaying bodies. And as you pull the desk open, the drawer just like crumbles to ash. And the like none of the contents on top of it are. It's just burned.
For the sake of time, if I touch every desk, will every desk crumble?
Well, you'll have to make an investigation check, won't you? As you're digging through, you don't seem to find anything of interest. Let me mark the ones that don't crumble. That's a pain in the ass. So let me mark the ones that do crumble.
Just turn them upside down.
No, I can do a thing. There's a thing I can do. Okay. Yeah, those crumble. Other than that, it looks like hymns and like chants and maybe like a list of things that the temple needs here and there. Other than that, nothing stands out to you.
In what language?
Common. Common in a language that you do not recognize. Okay. Who's next?
I mean,
Paul, I believe.
yeah.
I believe you were.
Yeah, so just I need a clarification thing from you. This big chasm-looking thing, is that just broken up tile, or is that actually like a visible hole in the ground?
There is a visible hole in the ground there.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna hug the wall and go over to this desk here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the same.
Much the same. You're gonna notice that things are scorched and burned, and for the most part, just like some form of conflict or skirmish happened here. Again, the smell of rot and decay is immensely strong from the moment that you pass like here. Like you can smell it in the temple, but like the moment you get past there, it just assaults your nose. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Great.
Again, you find a series of notes, just like various wants and a couple of mundane journals where somebody talks about like, oh, so and so from the water acolytes was looking especially dashing today. I should say something to him.
Sure.
Things of that nature.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't want to step over the rest of the group, but in the interest of time, can we assume I'd look at all the desks on this
the
side?
investigation roll is for all of them.
Okay. Yep. I just say over to the group, nothing but garbage.
So I want to go over to this ladder here.
Okay.
And is it sturdy enough for me to climb it, or
You can certainly try.
I will try.
Okay.
What should I roll for that?
No, nothing. You're going to
Okay.
try and climb the ladder. So
Yeah,
you
put
attempt
my
to climb
hand
the
on
ladder, and it's shaky. You feel like it could give if you weighed even a pound more, but you are able to ascend the ladder. Up above on the next row is a series of beds. All of them like single beds. It looks like this is just where people slept. And the moment you get up there, you were almost knocked on your ass by the stench of death. In each bed is a corpse that has since fully decomposed into its little straw mattress. And just like the skeleton and a few remains of flesh and clothing remain.
Quick question. How high up is this ladder? Like, is it 10 feet?
Yeah, like 10.
Okay. And does this
In fact, make a
level
Constitution saving throw.
open? Oh, man.
You managed to not hurl what little food you've eaten since you entered, and are able to maintain your constitution.
Hey, things are looking up.
I'm just gonna whisper down to the madam real quick. I wouldn't come up here if I were you.
Not being able to hear that, I'm gonna walk to the ladder and take a look at it.
Okay.
Does it seem like it would hold my weight? I'm a heavy dude.
Well, I mean, it's scorched and burned. You could certainly try to climb it.
Yeah, you know what? Fine, I will.
All right. You place your foot on the rung, and as soon as you lift your second foot to go up, the ladder splits.
Yep. All right. I just look down at my stomach after it splits and just like disapprovingly. One too many rations.
Maybe that, or fire does wonders to wood, I hear.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, well, I don't want to touch anything, because it's really gross up here. So can I just, cast my eyes about quickly while kind of holding my nose to just, see if anything just catches my eye?
You can make a perception check.
Yeah. Click it.
So, of the 10 corpses in their beds, one of them stands out to you in particular in the northeast corner. Instead of lying down as though they were asleep or even placed there, this one sits up huddled. Oh, you know what? You have dark vision, so I need to reveal more to you, especially since you guys went over there. My bad. There.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, sorry.
it's this one up here.
Yes. So as you get up there, they're sitting in bed, almost crouched and hunched over themselves.
I will tell the madam, I think I see something unusual, and then I'll just kind of walk over there without touching anything.
So to get over to that side, you'd have to go down the ladder and up the other side.
Oh, okay.
It's like a loft.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, then I will try to descend the ladder carefully without
Mhm.
breaking it.
Sure. You make it back down.
And go over here. Try to climb this ladder.
Before you go up, who's next? It's gonna be Zand or Egg, I believe.
I'll go. Egg is going to.
I mean,
How solid does this floor look?
I mean, it is an
Yes.
ancient temple, but it is like thick stone.
Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Egg's gonna walk forward towards this column
Okay.
to get it to then peer kind of down, see how far he can see.
for the record, I'm just following him to stay in the light.
Okay. I wish they would let me reveal in a circle, but
Yeah.
they're jerks and don't let me do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it just in the interest of saving time. Yes. Let's do that. So you can see that there are two more wings. There is a much larger rent in the floor, and then it looks like a stairwell of some sort with a gate in front of it.
Are there bodies in the beds on the right? Where there are no
No.
bodies?
There are no bodies in the bed.
Does it look used?
I would like to investigate over there then.
Okay.
Or
How are you getting over there?
going back around, like down here,
Uh-huh.
and then up this way.
There's a wall there.
There's a wall.
Oh, there's a wall here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then I'm not doing that. So the wall is like here, but
You
not.
should be able to see
It's those
it's
black
like
lines.
a black V. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice them first either.
I did not. Okay, I see. So it goes over to the edge and looks to see how far it is, if he could make the jump or not.
It's a pretty decently sized jump, but you're confident you could do it if you, as long as you don't slip and fall.
All right. He gets up to the line and he's gonna jump for it.
Okay. You're just gonna
gonna
do
go
this.
for it.
Okay.
Athletics check.
Mm-hmm. Or acrobatics. Let me see if they actually have a. Because I know that 3.5 had some very extensive jumping rules.
There are jumping
Alright.
rules.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Can I
That's
give
the
him a
spell
hand?
rules. All right, you're making a long jump.
Yep.
You cover. Oh, when you make a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you only leap half the distance. So what is half of your strength score?
My strength is 16.
So you leap 8 feet.
Yep.
Oh, you're gonna make it, just barely.
All right.
You do a nice squatting leap, and over the gap you go.
Just put myself there.
I guess I'll just.
Oh,
follow.
you should be. Oh, it won't let me click. You should be here.
Okay.
Leap over. All right, you catch yourself just barely, and some just some pebbles that look like they were kicked up from whenever the floor was rent in two kick off into the crevice.
Say, maybe don't follow me.
I guess I'll nod
Cool.
and just kind of lean up against this pillar.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna begin walking up to where they are, but I'm not doing anything special while doing it.
Okay. Give me 1 sec
Okay.
to get this stupid thing to upload in Roll20. It's been fighting me for too long. Thank you. JPEGs suck because they don't have transparent backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have to convert an image now because it does not have a transparent background.
Oh.
That. There. And then. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. All right. So, looks like Thame is making his way up towards Egg and Zand. Zand is now standing at one end of the crevice, and Egg has made his way over. So, you leap over the crevice, and you see that this area of the temple looks quite unlike the others in that it is spotless and clean. The desks are neatly shuffled and put away, and otherwise, it looks like it may have been left here, much the same as it was when, like, however long ago, whenever it was last inhabited.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna go and check out these desks.
Okay. Investigation.
My investigation's real bad.
Well, roll good then. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
No problem.
The desks,
Thanks for the advice.
The desks themselves seem almost preserved, as though maybe some form of magic was cast over them to keep them from even collecting dust. As you go to open the first drawer, you find it will not budge. The second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. Each one you try, they seem locked or somehow jammed shut.
And there's nothing. Everything's been put away, so there's nothing like on top, no documents or anything.
Everything is put away neatly.
I'll go to then climb a ladder and look at the beds.
Before you do that, Zand, did you want to do anything?
I have to stay in the light,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just gonna wait against the pillar.
Okay. Do you not have a torch that you could light yourself?
I do, but there's nothing really like
Okay.
that interests me.
Well, do me a favor and make a perception check.
I'll just kind of be keeping watch for
Sure.
potential enemies or anything like that.
Okay.
The answer is
All
no.
right. Egg, you
Yes.
resume your search of the bedding.
I go over to climb a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
I climb it,
Yep. No
and
problem. Nice,
start-
sturdy ladder.
I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I notice anything particular.
There is one bed in particular, the one closest to you, which looks like it is slightly ruffled, whereas the others are almost pristinely made.
Can I check under the mattress just see if there's anything in that one in particular?
One moment. That is. There you go. Check your notes as you discover a thing.
Ooh.
Are those ladders freestanding or actually like attached to the loft?
They are freestanding. They can be pulled down.
So can I climb the ladder over here on this side?
Sure.
All right. So I guess I'm up there with that one body who's kind of huddled
Mm-hmm.
over itself.
Sure.
So I'm gonna take my quarterstaff, and so I imagine that he's kind of like hunched, like sitting almost with his knees up to his chin.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of take my quarterstaff and just like extend it and kind of poke him, see if he's clutching anything to his chest, or
Okay.
or if he's holding anything.
You can make out that he's holding a scrap of parchment as you poke away and peer around. You can definitely tell he was clutching something to himself.
Oh, I really don't want to have to touch that. All right. I'm gonna take a deep breath and then hold it,
Ew,
and-
taking a deep. Ugh.
and then I'm gonna. Well, it's better than having to breathe right up on him.
Did you not take Mage Hand as a cantrip?
Anyway.
I don't know. All right, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll just I'll cover my face with one sleeve,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll try to grab it with my other hand.
Okay. You
Rest it away.
you managed to pull a crumbling and faded scrap of parchment from the clutches of the skeleton.
Does it say anything?
Check your inventory in your journal.
Ooh,
Some guy from the water clan is really attractive.
probably.
And then if you guys want to share these with everybody, just let me know and I'll hit the button. But I would prefer if you would describe them first and, so on and so forth. We will share them with everybody when it's appropriate.
I mean, when I've...
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can't right now.
Right.
Just 'cause I'm across the chasm.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sure.
So with a shudder, because I touched it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna climb back down the ladder and ask the madam if she can clean my hand with her cantrip or whatever.
Are you gonna...
All right,
You
wait,
just come
can
down
I
like,
do
can you
that?
wash my hands?
Can I do that? Well, I might be able to do that myself. Hang on.
Do you have prestidigitation?
I do. I can clean my own hand.
Yeah.
Yay!
So
Okay.
the half gnome, half elf comes down the ladder, like just like visibly disgusted with herself. Meanwhile, while this is happening, you're checking desks and stuff, and then you hear her cast a spell. And you look over and recognize the telltale signs of prestidigitation as she, magically scrubs her hands, almost to the point of being raw.
What are you looking at?
Making a habit of touching corpses?
Certainly not. Not a habit, anyway.
Are you aware that there are corpses up there? You haven't been up.
I can smell it.
All right, fair enough.
Egg is going to attempt to get into one of the desks, try
Okay.
to cut in with his woodcarver's tools.
Okay.
I had it back.
Madam, did you find anything in any of the desks?
Nothing of use. Then again, I didn't look that hard.
We should see what the others are getting up to.
I suppose we'll go ahead and reconvene near the center.
Okay. I am waiting on the roll for the tools.
Oh, I don't know what I roll.
You should just be able to click on the tools. Let me look.
No.
I think generally they would give you advantage on something.
I think they let you use your proficiency on checks to use them.
Could be.
Um,
That sounds right.
Yeah.
let's see. Woodcarver's tools. Proficiency lets you add your proficiency bonus to ability checks, making the use. All right, so are you trying to brute force your way in, or like delicately make your way in?
Kind of delicate, like kind of cut out around the lock.
So dexterity.
Okay.
Sorry, proficient dexterity check.
Okay.
As you're chipping away at it, it seems like the wood is resisting the effect of your tool. Like you take a few test swings at it. You try to scrape away, and the wood is unmarred.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna assume magic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not magic. That's what Egg's gonna assume. He's gonna, having done that, now he's gonna make his way back over to the ledge.
Sure.
And is it close enough to easily talk to them?
Yeah. It's like 10 feet.
All right. So I tell them, I found a note. I don't describe the note yet. I also say this is part of the temple is pristine, undamaged. Also, all the desks are tidied up and locked, and it seems to be a kind of magical protection on them because I tried to cut in and the wood was resistant. So I couldn't get more information than that. Then no corpses here. One of the beds looks maybe recently slept in. It was a little tussled. All the rest of the beds were perfectly well made.
I also found a note. Then I will kind of I'll have to move into the light a little bit
Mm-hmm.
so that people can see it. But I'll
You
hold
know-
it up.
It's like a thin scrap of paper, no bigger than a dollar bill.
It's kind of almost burned in a couple places, and it seems to have several different handwritings on it, all saying the same thing. There is no skirmish in the Earth Acolyte wing. In several different, handwritings, like several different people wrote it. Not sure what to make of it.
Well, on my note, the upper left is burned, so it's hard to read the first 3 out of 5 paragraphs. But there is a talk of balance, imbalance, and something about the
should
Grand
be in all players' journals now. If you guys
Grand Keeper being long overdue. But then what's clearly readable is about balance will be restored, the planar bridge will not be destroyed, and that probably this wing of acolytes was had their own plans that they kept secret from the other acolytes, which I assume explains why there are no corpses here and why everyone else is dead. Also that the Grand Keeper was also ignorant about something. I assume the planar bridge, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be more information in these desks, but I can't open them.
Can you grab one of those ladders and make a makeshift bridge?
Let me check. I will attempt to grab this ladder.
Sure. You grab a 10-foot ladder.
How sturdy is this ladder?
I mean, it's a pretty well-built ladder.
All right.
It's been
Is it
preserved.
is it long enough to be laying over the gap without falling in?
Yeah. You can totally do that.
All right. I will do that then.
Do you want the end of a rope and to have us hold the other end or something?
There. There's now a ladder across that gap.
Nice.
If anyone wants to cross that ladder, be my guest.
As you say that, you just see me walk over to the other side. Because I'm going to check this room out while they're doing that, basically, is the idea.
Sure. Very much the same as the first two that you guys checked out. It looks like scorch marks. There's a long crack running through the floor. This one is just sheer. So the other ones look like they crumbled inward. This is just straight up cut straight, directly down.
Okay. I'm going to check all the desks while they do whatever they do, so investigation?
Yep. Very much the same, just notes, some in common, some in a language you don't recognize. It looks like the ones in the language you don't recognize are written... Actually, no, you probably wouldn't know that. So, yeah, just a bunch of random notes. Somebody thinks somebody is eating too many rations. Somebody else is complaining that the last batch of supplies that came in must have had a foul supply of meat, as somebody has been ripping ass right in the bed next to them, that kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah. A suggestion box at a dorm or something, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. These ladders, do they look any sturdier?
No.
Okay. I'm not even going to bother trying then. So I'm going to stand right here and just kind of take up post, I guess. Just stand completely still, listening to everything that I can.
Sure. You can definitely hear the wind that's being drawn into the crevices. You hear the flicker of the torch. You hear your comrades speaking to each other, and now that you're a little bit deeper into the temple itself, that occasional distant cackle that was heard before can be heard a bit louder, looking as though it's coming from up north-ish.
Can I tell if it's male or female?
No.
Okay. Can I tell if it's
I say the
humanoid?
lightest person crosses the bridge.
What was that, Paul?
Can I tell if it's even humanoid? Does
It sounds like somebody cackling.
like vocal cords? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess the suggestion is that I go first over the ladder.
Seems so.
All right, I'm going to take out my rope again and tie it around my waist.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give the other end to Zand. Here, hold this, please. And for goodness sakes, don't drop it.
I nodded, take hold.
I will attempt to cross the ladder over to where Egg is.
Acrobatics, please.
Oh, Lord.
Don't pull a berry, Sand.
Oh, you know what? I think now would be a great time for a little bit of guidance on myself. Thank you very much. So I will go ahead and do that, which should allow me to add a d4 to my check.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me do that. Acrobatics. Where are you? Okay. Plus... So 13.
Okay. You make it across the ladder, no problems.
Woo!
1 foot after another, rung to rung. The ladder doesn't even seem to bend under her weight.
So I will untie myself and hand the end to Egg. So Egg and I will hold on to this side of the rope if somebody else wants to come across.
You couldn't
Got him.
pay me to cross that.
I offered
Oh.
the rope.
Look. Good luck opening the desks.
I guess it's just you two.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
I'll stand
I'm
here
gonna
and
put my
hold
rope
the rope.
away.
Wait for her
Mhm.
to.
Yeah, I'll let Egg hold my rope.
Yeah.
All right. So Egg, did you open all of these desks or just the one?
I think I just attempted the first one, and then it
Mhm.
didn't. It seemed to be protected or magical, so I kind of just assumed for the
Okay, well,
rest.
He
Yes,
attempted to open all of them in a way, like just by pulling them, and then he only
Yes.
attempted to chisel one.
Yeah.
Or
I see.
woodwork one.
I see.
I'm gonna walk
could
to this
try
fissure and see
Burning them.
how big of a jump is this.
It's like 12 feet.
12? Okay. I'm just taking note of it for now.
12.
I'm thinking we should probably just steal another ladder from over here so that we can use it to cross the chasm on the other side to where that gate is. Because I don't really want to like try to burn open and smash open these desks, because if there is somebody in here with us and they come back when we're not here, they're going to know we were here. I mean, they'll know anyway because we'll have stolen their ladders, but...
Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll have stolen their ladders. We're obviously here. I'm gonna see how. So I take the end of the rope that I'm holding. I tie it to the closest end of the ladder to me, just so it stays there and doesn't slip and fall away.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold my torch at this desk to see if it burns and how it reacts to fire at all.
Sure. So as you put your torch to the wood, you hear the familiar sizzle and crackle of like a fire that's been well underway, and it's like a scent of burning pine or cedar But as you pull the torch away, the desk itself is unmarred. Make a perception check.
All right.
Should I also, since I'm watching him do this?
Sure.
I'm going to politely ask Madame Beldam to move either their left or right 5 feet.
Make a running jump.
So,
And I
Egg,
back up.
Your keen perception, like, and I mean keen, not being sarcastic this time. You noticed You noticed as you pulled the torch away that there were definitely black scorch marks, but that they almost like reversed themselves.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this desk is definitely like repairing itself or coming back from being burned. Which is weird. So definitely gonna go with magic. My new idea is to pick up a desk and throw it over the chasm back at the wizard.
I think that maybe that would make a lot of noise, and we would lose any element of surprise we had on anything that is in here with us.
What if I threw it quietly? Can I strap it to my back? Just like put the ends of it.
You are now holding a desk across your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
This couldn't be bad at all.
How heavy is it?
Quite. It is a thick wooden desk, very sturdily built.
Okay. I take it back to the ladder.
Uh-huh.
Put it down on the ladder. And then start slowly sliding it across as I cross the ladder.
Oops. Shit. No, come back. I'm gonna have to move a thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
Give me the object.
Oh no, it's an earthquake!
No, stop it! Oh my god. Oh, fucking Christ. Alright. So you put it on the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the ladder. And
Also, I
you're
make
gonna-
sure to tie the rope to myself when I get after I
Okay.
get the ladder down.
So as you're sliding it across, like you can definitely hear things shuffling around inside, and the ladder begins to groan and creak.
Egg, I have a question. So
Yep.
you're tied with the rope. What's
Mhm.
the other end of the rope tied to?
Zan's holding it.
I am not. Because
No,
Sorry,
because I drew it back up after I was across the chasm.
I did.
But you
I
threw
thought
it
you
to
didn't
me,
draw it
right?
back up.
you threw the rope to me, right?
I can.
Yeah, if it wasn't tied, I thought
Yeah.
it was. I thought he was still
Okay.
holding it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
so
take it.
Zand is holding one end of the rope, and the other is tied around Egg's waist.
Okay.
Yep.
And you've got the desk maybe pushed halfway across the gap, and
Yep.
the ladder is creaking and groaning.
As it's creaking, I push harder.
Okay.
Oh god.
You push harder, and the weight of the desk pulls the ladder with it, and that pushes the end of the ladder just past the crevice that it was across, and it slips in the desk
Okay.
with it.
Okay.
Let's see how this plays out. Okay. You are fortunate that the rope is not snagged by any of the feet of the desk or the ladder itself as they plummet down below, and you hear like several bounces and crashes for some time, maybe 10 seconds before it's finally so distant that you can't hear anything.
So now he's hanging in the chasm.
No. He just pushed them across, and they started to slip. He pushed harder, and they fell, and he's like laying on his stomach, overlooking the chasm.
Okay. Well, since I made all that noise, I'm gonna go throw a desk. See if I can
So
get it
you
across.
Take another
If it-
desk.
If it weren't metagaming, I would call you a fool of a Tuco now. Put that desk down.
Or so help me.
Or so help me.
Put that desk back where it came from. All right, you have a desk.
Yep. I attempt to
Quick
get a running
question
start
before
and throw
he
it.
tosses it.
Uh-huh.
First, I'm gonna move myself out of the way. Second, is this distance here like technically smaller than what would be here?
Yeah, it's
Or are we going based
actually
off the actual image?
it's a bit larger than what you're seeing there. Like it should be like 12 to 15 feet, I think I said.
So like that part that looks like it's ground is not actually ground, like right
Correct.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had to work within the limitations of what I'm given.
I am gonna grab this end of the desk and attempt to make Egg stop trying to get it across the chasm.
Okay, so Pedalin grabs the desk as you're getting in position to hurl
You've
it.
made enough noise already.
That's why there's no harm in making a little more. I won't throw a third desk.
What could possibly be in these desks that would help us at this point?
Dame closes his eyes
Something
in
maybe?
meditation.
Okay.
Want to learn more about that water cast guy?
Gotta read
Pretty
their
sure that-
fanfics.
Pretty sure that he's long dead by now.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Mm-hmm.
I run and leap across the chasm.
Okay. You clear it with no problems. In fact, you clear it by a good distance. What is that? You can jump up to 24 feet or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you land.
And I just
You're
stand there.
Okay, you're standing before the gate. You can see that the stairs go both up and down. Other than that, you're good.
I start preparing some knots and a rope. But, like,
Okay.
yeah, that's all I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Am I still holding the rope?
I have my own rope.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
you have You're holding Pedalin's rope.
I am not holding the rope any longer.
Okay, you let go of the rope.
Don't drop my rope!
I mean, it's still tied to him, right?
I think
Egg,
so.
give me my rope.
I don't want him to miss and then pull me down into it.
All right. Well, since someone's holding this rope, I guess I give it back to Pedalin.
Uh-huh.
But only if she will let go of the desk so that I can throw it.
Fine, I let go of the desk.
Okay, I'm assuming you're taking a running leap and trying to like javelin this thing across. I don't.
Yes.
Strength check.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Your proficiency bonus is 2, right? Because that's a strength save, so it should just be. It should be 15. 15.
Okay.
You throw the desk 15 fucking feet. It sails over the gap and just thuds into the ground. The moment that
I
it's
put-
over.
I
Go
put my
ahead.
hands up like a touchdown when I
Okay.
see.
So as the desk lands upside down and careens a bit, it crumbles to dust.
I lower my arms and damn. Oh well. I did it though.
I smile and just start laughing. Like, heartily.
I
Yeah,
told you there
okay,
wasn't
well, then-
anything in that desk.
You're telling me magic that makes the desk turn to dust after it gets out of this room means there's nothing in it? Okay.
Well, there isn't anything
Oh,
in it now.
There's whatever. Egg is ready. It is gonna do a running jump over this gap. He's
Okay.
done
All right.
with this room.
Dark Pendleton.
What about me?
You were not on throw desk plan.
I move over here and go little
Mhm.
one, and I throw her a rope.
Okay.
Okay. I will tie the rope around my waist,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will attempt a running jump over this massive gap.
Strength
I'm
check.
Is he just
Definitely
strong enough
gonna
to
fall
like
in.
As she-
yank you?
As she jumps, I just like look at her like, oh, that's cute, and start like yanking her as hard as I can backwards with my body weight.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
Oh god.
She's gonna slam into that wall.
This is gonna hurt so much.
There's. Oh!
Not very good.
Unfortunately, you didn't time it correctly, and there's too much slack in the line.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really even get to pull her at all. She sails a full 8 feet over the 12-foot gap and begins to plummet. Thankfully, you're holding the rope. So make a strength saving throw to hold on.
Me or her? Me?
You.
Yeah.
You. It's tied around
Tied
her.
on me.
You just barely managed to keep the rope from slipping its full 50-foot length down the crevice. Your hands are on fire as the weight of the half-elf just yanks on you. You do grind to a halt, and she doesn't really pull you at all, so you've got your heels dug into the cracks of the floor itself. Pedal in, you can begin to ascend the rope itself, slowly but surely, as Thame is in pain.
I just say under
Can
my
I-
breath, and the ladder broke under my weight, like just sarcastically.
Can I see anything while I'm down here?
You see that it goes down further than you can see.
I am quickly scaling this rope
Just like
with haste.
slam
Like-
into that wall.
Like
Yeah.
a
Okay.
desperate haste.
Oh, your stats aren't on your stuff, Susanna.
Oh, my little person.
Mm.
Okay.
You're gonna take 6 damage from your fall.
What? I have 16 armor class.
It's not about armor, which is partially done. You just fell like 30 feet and slammed into the wall.
Your armor have shock absorbers.
10 of that armor class is just your natural ability to get the fuck out of the way. In fact,
Should've
you're
asked
not
me to
wearing any
throw
armor,
you.
are you? Do you have mage armor?
I have mage armor.
Oh, okay. So the magic absorb part of the blow, you still take whatever I just said, 6, I think.
Mhm.
And with the dice. Because,
Nice.
I mean, shit hurts, yo.
Egg sees this and said, "Should ask me to throw you."
Toss me.
Toss me.
Alright,
But I'm the elf.
now what?
Alright, well.
Egg is ready to make a running jump over this bigger gap.
Okay, it's 12 feet.
Yep.
Do you clear it? You have more than 12 strength, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
16.
Poof, over you go.
Boop.
So I look over at the madam.
Yeah, I've got thin arms. I'm not making that jump.
You should ask him to throw you.
He is good at throwing.
Yeah,
That
he's
is
better
true.
throwing than I am.
Hey, madam, can you inspect, before you attempt to jump or anything, can you inspect the ashes of that desk and see if anything stands out?
No, let's investigate the ashes.
As you're digging through the ash, I mean, it's just like fine dust. You're pretty sure that what once was a desk has now been ravaged by time. However, you do find your hand closes around something solid, and as you pull it free, you're holding a long iron key around a leather cord.
Because
Did you
I have
find
little
anything?
trust in in this crack in the floor, I'm going to mage hand it across to Egg.
Okay. So an unseen, invisible hand carries a key on a leather cord to Egg.
Ha! I knew those desks were important. I knew there was something in them. Now I have a key.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Does
you
it
brute,
open
throw
this
me
gate?
over.
All right.
Strength check.
Strength.
My character weighs 124.
Advantage.
That-
Strength check.
Advantage.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
easy.
In fact, ever the showman, I'm sure Zand has you step into the cradle of his hands and just like launches you. So he's facing away from the crack. You step into it, and he just stands up full force, swings over his head, and in a show of grace, Madame Beldam in her flapping robes come flying across the gap. Just roll dexterity. Let's see how you land. Gracefully.
Okay.
I grumble and rub the bruises on my elbow.
And then I'll make my own little running jump.
Yeah, you're over. Okay, you're all standing on the other side.
So,
I
what
examine
is this
this
exactly?
gate.
So there's a gate here.
It is a. There's a gate and a spiral stairwell that goes up and down.
$5 says the gate's locked.
Yeah, I mean, I try to open the gate.
You can see the lock on the
Okay.
gate, and as you pull, it's definitely locked.
Yeah.
I
okay.
try the
Well-
key that I have.
As
in
you
my hand.
insert the key into the lock, you hear a cough. And
Oh my god.
there's a
The fuck?
a tiny spectral
Ah!
like orb with a
God.
face appears nearby and says, "Yes. What can I do for you?"
Egg hides behind the
Egg flees. So there's a diagonal wall there.
Oh, gotcha.
Egg, you have the torch. He can see you.
Yes, so what can I do for the visitors here to the Temple of the Elements? It has been quite some time, I must say.
What happened here?
Well, many things, and I'm sure you will come to learn of what those are as we go through the tour of the Temple of Elements. Why don't you just go ahead and give that key a turn? Actually, you're mortals. Why don't you head over here to this pillar? And he, bobbles and floats his way over there.
He's so
And-
cute.
You see his little limb, which doesn't really have fingers, points and like gestures towards the column. Yes, come on. Somebody.
Okay, I do it. Oh.
Some pedaling and things like. Okay, now somebody else to the other pillar. You there with the torch? Yes, to the pillar, please.
The pillar I'm next to?
Yes,
I
in
whisper
front
to
of it.
Thame.
The pillar.
In front of it, please.
Oh.
I whisper to Thame, if we die here, I
All
want to
right.
say thank you for dragging me out of the
Ghost
chasm.
man.
I just nod.
Okay, place your hand upon the pillar.
All
I
right.
reach my hand out shakily and just.
Excellent. And as you do so, you feel like a warmth flow through your arm for a moment, and then the temple is lit as all of the pillars themselves begin to glow faintly.
Oh.
Ooh.
Thank God.
Madam, you gotta try this.
I put out my torch.
It's kind of
Swell.
nice to have those auras gone.
So, what brings the group of you here to the Temple of Elements? Sometime it's been.
We seek a relic, spirit.
There are many relics. What kind of relic? talkative bunch, aren't you? Well,
This is
That's
where I
fine,
realized
then.
we didn't think this through that part. I guess.
as a talkative bunch, I imagine I won't be able to get a word in edgewise, so I'll take this opportune moment of silence to let you know a little bit about the place. Long ago, the Temple of Elements existed in harmony as a conduit between planes. The four elements worked together to ensure that their presence on the mortal plane was not lost. Then everything changed when the fire acolytes attacked.
Oh my god.
Only the Grand Keeper, master of all four of the elements, could stop them. But when the temple needed him most, he vanished. Thus, we drowned in the chaos of fire, and the
Enough,
temple
spirit. Do you have
fell into
artifacts or
ruin.
not?
Well, what kind of artifacts are you
Rude.
speaking of?
I just
I wanted
start
to hear
yanking
the
at
rest
the
of
door.
the story.
Like, not fully unlocked yet. I'm just like, come on.
You'll have to excuse our mannerless friend.
Is the key still in the door, or does Egg have it?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
actually, I don't know. Did you take it with you?
I did not.
Okay.
Okay, so
I left it in
it's
the
still in the gate.
I still don't turn it. I'm still just shaking the door.
Okay.
Spirit, when may we ask your name?
I mean, you may, but I don't think you've quite earned it just yet.
We weren't really expecting to find
He's a sassy one.
anyone here.
I don't think I was expecting to have any visitors, but we are both
That's fair.
surprised.
I look at him
No,
and
no,
just say, are you an element?
I mean, an element of surprise.
I hate it so much. Because
If
I
you
don't,
like, I can say boo.
I don't think Thame would know what an elemental even looks like.
Please don't say boo.
No, you may call me G.
It's a pleasure to meet you, G.
I was once an Earth acolyte here.
Wow, so you're an OG.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Ignore me.
Okay. I calmly just look down at the key lock and turn the key.
Mhm. Okay, it turns smoothly and easily.
Yeah, and I just open the door.
Okay,
And just
the
say,
gate opens.
well, G, shall we?
We shall.
Do we go up
It's
or
not
down?
2 pieces.
Oh!
In fact, let's make that a thing. You go to pull the gate and see that it doesn't pull, but it slides out of the way.
Okay.
I love it.
Egg almost falls on his ass because he's surprised that the gate moves towards him. Ah!
May I assist you in some way?
Please give me my personal space. And he's literally making those that on his picture.
The spirit bobs around for a little while and comes back to rest at the door.
Poor Egg.
Gee, may I inquire where the tour will take us?
Well, all throughout the temple. Should you solve its mysteries?
Hmm.
Love a good mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, I suppose I'll leave you to it. Good day!
So this goes up and down?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, decisions.
Hmm.
How about we flip that coin?
Did the ghost go up or down?
The
The
ghost,
ghost
went,
just went
Or
poof.
just
he
went
went-
poof?
he went down here and then disappeared around the corner to here.
Okay. Then Egg votes to go down because that's to the left. If
I
you
say
quit-
down because they store good stuff in the basement.
Do you want to get smashed?
I mean, maybe? Figuratively, not literally.
I agree.
Good point.
I agree with down. I'm good with that.
And we
Down
make our
we
way
go.
down.